Welcome back. And today we're going to make, first of all, the two lower quadrant panes that go into these two spaces. Now we know that the quadrant is in a 3.5 box, therefore the radius of a circle that it would come from would be twice that, which would be 7 millimeters. So we first of all go to select, draw circle, as we've done before, press on circle, draw a circle any size you like, press on select, and change that the width and the height to 7 millimeters. Once you have that, then double click inside the circle and you'll find the handles that we had before. Click on this circle handle and just turn the quadrant around until it perfectly aligns. Press select and we now have the quadrant. We've got the flip buttons here on the top left hand side. Just click that around and we're making the right hand quadrant first. So I've made them here so that we can see that that's how they are made. That's perfectly one quadrant. Now to make the other one, all we do with that is right click and duplicate. And we now have the left hand one, but we must rotate it and we flip it to the other side. We now have the two lower quadrants. If we now remove the bottom semicircle from the Windows opening, we can now drop those two quadrants into place. And we're using the line of the 1 millimeter box to line that up. And we take the second one in. Our two quadrants are in. The next part of the drawing can be quite time consuming. So I'm making a couple of alterations so that you can see a little easier. I've highlighted the two quadrants in pink so you can see the bits that we've completed. The next thing I'm going to do is to remove the main frame of the building and also remove the window panes. We can now concentrate on this part of the drawing. With the snapping tool turned off, select the 8 millimeter box and place with the bottom right hand corner of the box aligned with the bottom of the curve at the top of the top curve. Next, select line draw and turn on the snapping tool. Go to the top right hand corner of the box, draw a line to the bottom, double click, and it will draw a line. Change the thickness of the line to 0.1. We now have the divider for the two window panes. Turn off the snapping tool, select and remove the box. I'll now remove as much as I can from this part of the drawing to make it easier to show how the window panes will be constructed. And we're now left with almost everything we need to finish making the window panes. The next thing to do is to go to the snapping tool and turn it on, but turn the nodes button off. So you've got bounding boxes and alignment selected. Select draw line and align this with the intersection between the vertical line and the top curve. Then draw a line to the intersection of the next line to the curve, then to the next intersection of this curve, back to the vertical, and back to the top. And as you see, the boxes will align when it's ready to click. Change the stroke style to 0.1. That's our first box ready. Click on Select Draw a Line again, and this time start at this particular point here to here. The snapping tool will assist you. And again, change the thickness of the line to 0.1. Now it is a bit fiddly, but it does work with the snapping tool on. We now turn the snapping tool on, but make sure it is only the nodes button that is highlighted in black. Turn the others off. Now go to Select Line Draw, and then Edit Paths by Node. Then move to this indicator here, which gives us the Edit the Nodes Smooth. So click on that. Now move into the box where you have the straight line, and it will highlight that, and there'll be a cross comes up in the center. Click on and just move it, and it will move the handle to the path of the outer curve. Repeat that with the bottom, and as you can see, the top quadrant is done. If we now repeat with the bottom quadrant, we can see that we can just snap to the shape and snap to the shape. Now both quadrants are complete. We can now remove all of the parts that we don't require. So make sure the snapping tool is off and take these parts away. And you will see unveiled will be the quadrants that we require. We can even take this quadrant out of the way as well. Now if we select this object and group, we can now duplicate, drag it away. Using the flip tool here, we now have the two matching halves of the arched window. We can now get rid of all of these. I've now brought back the main building and the window frames that we made previously. So make sure your snapping tool is off, position them in, and drag these parts that we've just completed into place. It can be a little bit fiddly to get them correct or spot on. But we should see now that it's left an adequate white card which will show in the window opening. This will be still 1mm, and this will be just under 1mm, and these should be about 0.5 of a millimeter. The building is now complete. I hope you liked the video, and I hope it helps. Thank you.